Hi, my name is Sidnesh Rao and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the past few years, I've been trying to help small businesses make an impact on social media and to grow their social presence so that they get more clients or just to establish a brand. I've been in this business for quite some years now and I've worked with a lot of clients through ups and downs. But this year or this particular season now is the most confusing, especially for Instagram. And I was scrolling through Instagram, I was watching some YouTube videos, and I found so many wrong information, so many people claiming to be gurus and giving out information that is not really true, that I wanted to make this video. I don't know how genuine you find me to be. I don't know if uh, you have the same views as I am, but hear me out. I'll try to explain myself in this video. I'll try to prove some things to the best of my abilities, and you can decide for yourself. So, without wasting any more time, let's get started. So, how do you actually grow on Instagram? So, the first thing is exactly what everybody on the internet is saying: have a good profile picture, have a good bio, post consistently, post good content, post high quality content, all these things. But what I see on the internet right now is that people just giving out this information and making it seem like it's the whole truth. And also, whenever they speak about the algorithm, they try to speak like they know what the algorithm is, or they know, or they have any idea of how things work. But I did my master's in data science and I tried to figure things out. I tried to understand how things work, but it's not possible. Let me try to explain it in a much simpler way. For example, let's take that you hired someone to stand beside your fridge, and every time you go to the fridge, that person takes something out of the fridge and gives it to you. And his goal or his job is to make sure that he gives you something that you also want. So he has to predict what you want or what you're looking for, and then he has to give it to you. So the first few days when you go to him, he has no idea what to do. He just gives you random stuffs and it's not really what you like. So you confront him, you say that you don't like this. And this exchange goes on for some time. After some time, this person tries to see your body language, try to see your mood, try to predict what time of the day it is, or maybe like if you come early in the morning, he gives you maybe breakfast stuff, or if you come like at 10 o'clock in the day, he gives you coffee, or like he tries to predict things, or he learns your behavior and then caters to your needs. Now he is way more efficient, even though he's not perfect, he's way more efficient. And so most of the times, even if it's not 100% of the time, most of the time he gets things right. This is the time, this middle period is when you know how the person is working. You know, he only gave you the coffee because it was 10 o'clock in the morning. And if you had come a little later, he would have given you something else. So, this is where you can kind of understand how things are working. But if you keep doing this continuously and that person in front of you becomes so good at predicting your movement that almost every single time he's giving you the exact thing that you came for. He is learning your behavior, he is trying to understand what you do, and he has done it so many times that he is predicting with 100% accuracy. But you, on the other hand, you are the person who are actually doing these actions that are helping him predict you, but you have no idea how he is predicting it because this person has learned from you for so long and he has a complex process. He is thinking about the time, he's thinking about your mood, what you ate last night, what was your schedule like. So he has calculated all of these things to give you the perfect answer. And you, right now, even though you kind of know what, kind of understand the overall concept, but you exactly don't know what thoughts went through his mind before he gave you this exact, before he gives you that particular thing. So this is how machine learning works. Initially, everyone who develops it has an idea or a broad spectrum of how things might work out. But once the machine starts learning by itself, once the machine starts implementing and it becomes better and better over time, there comes a point where nobody really understands anything or nobody really knows how exactly the machine is predicting stuff. This particular phase is what is going through Instagram right now. Instagram's algorithm, it takes into account so many different things and tries to predict and give or cater to the audience, but it's not something anybody in the back end can just decode. Even the best of the best, even the people who wrote the codes themselves cannot predict how this machine learning model works, cannot predict how what the output will be, what will cause virality, all these other things. So if you find anybody who is promising this stuff, it is just not true. It's just not possible at the current stage of technology. But you can still use the general knowledge of how things work, the overall outer bounds, to kind of understand and try to make your way through it. That is the truth right now. The only way to succeed in social media or Instagram in particular right now is to work very hard and also have a bit of luck and algorithm in your favor. So that, in a nutshell, is how the Instagram's algorithm works, and that's what you need to do at the moment to actually make any use out of it. So how do you use this general information to act in your day-to-day life or to for you to grow in on Instagram? First thing first, Instagram does not like any shortcuts. So if you have any hacks or anything that is leading for your post to go viral, for example, a few years back, using some hashtags helped you grow. So Instagram immediately cut down on it. So because so for this machine learning model to be successful, it should not be predictive. So for example, if I am a football content creator and I figure out something that can lead my post to be viral all over the place, and I use that hack, it theoretically it should be shown to everybody on Instagram. But everybody on Instagram might not really like football. And my content, even though for a particular audience it is really good, for the rest of them it's nothing. So Instagram does not want to show them this content at all. So having any hacks or having any shortcuts to success will make this machine learning algorithm not work to its full potential. That's why most of the hacks do not work. And that's exactly why you should not be using unrelated captions or random as hashtags or even tag bunch of random people in your post just in the hopes of getting viral. That will not help. For example, if you go to the person in front of the fridge from my previous story and daily you're just randomly ordering anything without any thought, or you yourself don't have a pattern of ordering things, that person is going to get confused and he is going to take a lot more time to understand what you are, or to even come to a point where he can predict if at all he comes. So you don't want to confuse them. You want to keep him as clear as possible so that he understands you way faster and can serve you better. I think I've wasted too much time already going around the bush. So what are the things you should do? First thing is write longer captions and write it about the content you are posting. If you're posting content on Instagram growth, explain that and use a lot of keywords in the captions. That's one way to kind of, tell the algorithm that's what you're talking about. Even what you talk, whenever you talk on camera, those are the things that there are auto-generated captions, and the algorithm can actually descript whatever you have told and learn from it, and it also understands words. So that's why even what you talk on the camera becomes very important. So always try to use keywords wherever possible. And point number 2 is to create shareable content, because whenever someone shares it, that is a new set of eyes that come on to your content. And if at all, even if 10 or 15 people in that new set are interested in your post, or if they like what you're doing, or they have similar interest, that is a push to the algorithm. And now the algorithm knows the kind of people who like your post. That's why whenever someone shares your post on a story or shares it to a friend, that is way more powerful than any like or comment. Even the likes and comments are okay, but sharing it will put you in front of a lot more people and will in turn help you a lot more. The second thing that has changed drastically is that one viral post is not going to help you become a viral content creator. This was very different at 2 years ago. One post would have been enough to kind of push the boundaries and have a lot of growth coming in. But now that is not the case. But the positive side for this is that it also means one or two or even 10 trashy posts will also not affect the algorithm, and it will also not affect your growth. So you can take more risks and you can try to create content that is not perfect. You can take way more risks than you could have before, because even if you end up posting 10 pieces of content that do not do well, the 11th one will not suffer one bit because of these previous failures. So you don't have to worry about those things. The next major thing that has happened to Instagram recently is that now Instagram is not as instant as it used to be before. Nowadays, the post on Instagram take a lot more time to actually settle down, and I've seen posts going viral after 2 or even 3 months of posting them. So don't lose hope. Keep posting. You never know when it will gain traction and it will perform well. And the other general advice is that always use the newest features. Whenever the new feature is put out, Instagram tries to push it as much as possible because that is their latest creation and they want people to use it. And being the first on the boat will always help, even though it might not make a big difference. When you're trying to grow a page, even a slight push is too much. I will try to consistently make videos about each of these things, each of the little changes or small things that matter, and try to break down Instagram growth as small as possible so that everybody can benefit from it. So I'll try to be consistent. I'll try to make more videos. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.